In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to blur backgrounds or people in Photoshop while keeping your main subject perfectly sharp. This is one of the most useful techniques for creating that professional depth of field effect, making your subject stand out instantly. Whether you're editing portraits, product photos, or social media content, this method is fast, clean, and beginner-friendly. Make sure to watch until the end so you don't miss the small details that make a big difference. And if this tutorial helps you out, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more Photoshop tips and tricks. Let's jump right in. First, open your image in Adobe Photoshop. You can do this by going to File, then Open, and selecting your photo. Once your image is open, the first step is to select your main subject. Photoshop makes this incredibly easy with its built-in AI tools. Go to the top menu and click on Select, then choose Subject. Photoshop will automatically analyze your image and create a selection around what it believes is the main subject. In most cases, it does a very good job, especially with clear portraits or well-defined objects. Now, even though Photoshop's automatic selection is powerful, you'll often want to refine it slightly for the cleanest result. With the selection still active, go back to the top menu and click Select and Mask. This opens a new workspace where you can fine-tune the edges of your selection. Use the Refine Edge brush tool to paint around hair or detailed areas if needed. Adjust sliders like Smooth, Feather, and Contrast to improve the edge quality. Take your time here because cleaner edges will make your final blur effect look much more professional. Once you're happy with the selection, go to Output Settings, set the Output To option to Layer Mask, and click OK. Now your subject is separated from the background using a layer mask. You'll see your original layer with a mask thumbnail attached to it. The white area of the mask represents the visible subject, and the black area hides the background. This is what allows us to blur the background without affecting the subject. Next, make sure you're targeting the background for the blur effect. Click on the image thumbnail of the layer, not the mask thumbnail. If you want even more control, you can duplicate the original layer before applying blur by pressing Ctrl or Command-J. This keeps your workflow non-destructive. With the correct layer selected, go to the top menu and click Filter, then Blur, and choose Gaussian Blur. A dialog box will appear with a radius slider. This slider controls how strong the blur effect is. Start dragging it slowly to the right and watch your background soften while your subject remains sharp. A small radius creates a subtle depth of field effect, while a higher radius produces a stronger, more dramatic blur. The ideal setting depends on your image resolution and the look you're going for, so adjust it visually rather than relying on a specific number. Once you're satisfied with the blur strength, click OK. And just like that, you've created a sharp subject with a beautifully blurred background. This technique mimics the effect of shooting with a wide aperture lens, even if your original photo was taken with a phone or basic camera. If you ever feel the blur is too strong or too weak, you can always double-click the Gaussian blur in the Layers panel if you converted your layer to a smart object beforehand, or simply undo and reapply with a different radius. This method isn't just for blurring backgrounds. You can also reverse the mask if you want to blur a person instead of the background. Just click on the mask and press Ctrl or Command-I to invert it, then apply the blur to the subject instead. That's perfect for privacy edits or creative effects. As you can see, Photoshop makes it incredibly simple to create a professional depth of field effect in just a few steps. Select subject, refine with Select and Mask, output to a layer mask, and apply Gaussian blur to the background. Clean, fast, and effective. If you found this tutorial helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more easy Photoshop guides in 2026 and beyond. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.